everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be closing out our budget for the second paycheck. And usually what I do after is also close out for the month, but I think this time around I'm going to separate it because it's going to be in another video. I'm going to go ahead and talk about or add on the yearly spending tracker, or how I'm going to be transferring the end of the month information in the monthly booklet into this booklet here. I'm also going to be talking about my wallet that I have. I call it my stay-at-home wallet. So if you guys are interested, that's going to be in another video. I have a feeling it's going to be a long video. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just separate it. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and just close out our paycheck budget number 2. If you guys want to see the monthly budget close out, that'll be the video directly after this one. So okay, so this is our bi-weekly paycheck budget number 2. It looks like a hot mess. I feel like you guys hear me say that all the time, lots of cross outs and stuff on here, but it is what it is. So a couple things, starting with the income. My husband got his paycheck as normal, or as usual, with our vehicle sinking fund. We went ahead and we had $312 inside of our cash envelope. I wanted to really transfer that into our account, but we really needed to use it. We ended up buying 2 parts for my car to fix 2 windows. So instead of getting it done professionally, my husband actually went ahead and just did that. So we did save quite a bit of money there. Part of this is also our car renewal. So $312, I think total we spent was like $309. We also had a leftover amount from the previous month of $1,510. This is the amount that I was kind of holding on to for my business. And then to open up our Roth, I'll kind of let you guys know what happened with that, because this time around we're not going to be carrying over as much in our leftover, because finally some things went through. And then my kiddos, I swear my kiddos are lucky. They visited grandparents last weekend on Saturday, 2 weeks ago, and grandpa gave our boys like $20 to go buy food. So $20, that $20 that they received, we ended up just kind of adding it to our food budget. We ended up getting Del Taco, and it cost like $19.74. So it worked out perfectly for us, like a family of 4. So our total income for the month was $4,566.74. And moving down here to the bills, the first 2 lines have to do with my business. I finally figured out, or got approved with a business bank, or what am I saying? I finally got approved for a business bank account. It is not through Wells Fargo, which is where we bank personally. Anyways, so I found a place to bank, and thankfully there's no minimum for me to have to keep in the account, because with Wells Fargo I needed to keep a minimum of $300, or else I would have to pay a monthly fee of like $10 or something like that. But where I'm going to be banking, there's no minimum. So instead of trying to invest or putting in $700 in the account like I originally wanted, because I wanted a bit of a cushion, I decided to just put $300 in there. And then I'm finally going to, as soon as I receive my debit card, the Acuity software, scheduling software that I am using, I'm going to go ahead and just transfer that over to my business budget. So dental bill, I think you guys saw that last budget maybe on there, but yeah, we paid this is the last one. I checked on our insurance online and everything, and just really double checked to make sure that that's right. So that's hopefully done. And then I don't know why I wrote my son's well checkup for this paycheck. It's actually for the next one, and there's actually no copay for well checks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and zero that out. I still have to mail our tax fee to our accountant or tax guy that we go with. And then I think what else is on here? Yeah, just car registration, the usual stuff. Oh, and I was gonna pay for our cell phone, but I saw that it's set on auto pay for the 23rd. I thought it was gonna be a few more months before that would take effect, so I just left it at that. So we're going to have money left over for sure to carry over to the next budget in order to pay for cell phone, our taxes, and I think that's it. And later I'll let you guys know what we did with the remaining $400, since I didn't deposit the entire $700 into my business account. So let me go ahead and just add all of this up. So our bill total amount is $1,478.89, which gives us a leftover amount of $3,087.85. And I'm not sure if you could tell through my chicken scratch, but I have a couple things on here where I made a note that it was a credit card payment, because we have certain things like our laundry app I put on one of my credit cards, and then our internet bill is also on a credit card, and then our Disney is also on a credit card. I just need to make sure that those are on there because I don't want to forget to make sure that I'm paying for them. So yeah, so anyway, so that's that. So moving on to our variable spending, I'm gonna go ahead and just add everything up on here, and I do have it all clipped together. Or else what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just clip that over so that it's easier for me to flip through because there are a ton of pages in between the expense trackers. So let me go ahead and just add these guys. So leftover amount is $2,389.25. We did spend $698.60. The only one that really went significantly over is our transportation, but because we did use our vehicle sinking funds to cover that for parts for my car, and then everything else looks fine. We did go a little bit over on our food budget, but it is what it is. For ink, I went to print. I thought I had black ink still, and I needed to print some things for school for my son, and nothing was coming out. So I just went ahead and labeled it as school because I know for sure it was for school things instead of putting it in miscellaneous. So I just made that budget in there. I do have a school sinking fund going on right now, so that hopefully next time, once that's all built up, I'll be able to just take from there if we need to buy ink, or maybe I can plan ahead on the supplies that we would need for school. So that's pretty much it for this one, or for our variable spending. So that's pretty much it for our variable spending. And then now moving on to our sinking funds. So leftover amount was $23.89.25, and I did go ahead and just created online accounts for all of these. I do still have a couple cash envelopes for a couple, like 2 of them, just in case we need to have cash on hand. Let me go ahead and just add these up. Okay, so we had a total of $475 go into our sinking funds. And then we did have a leftover amount of $1,914.25. So I'm just going to move on to the next thing over here, which is our debt and extra savings, or extra debt and extra savings, I should say. So I'm really happy that this month we actually made another extra debt payment. So we made 2 this paycheck budget, it looks like. So 500, and then it was 650. So we put in a total of 1150 towards debt, which is awesome. Let me just put down the leftover amount on here. So we did make an extra debt payment of 1150. That's what we did with that extra $400 that we got, or that was left over, since I didn't deposit the whole amount that I wanted originally for my business, or into my business account. So now we have $764.25 left over. Okay, so I ended up being off by $60, but I went ahead and fixed it, and I looked for it and figured it out. I did forget to put an extra gas transaction that we made, or that we had. We filled up on gas twice this pay period. Sometimes it's once, sometimes it's twice. It kind of depends on what day of the week, I guess, it falls on, if it just happens to fall on payday week. And then our sinking fund as well. I did put 175. I don't know why I wrote 150 when I was writing in here, because on here I budgeted 175, and then in the expense tracker I also did 175. And I also checked our savings account to make sure it's right, and it is. So we are ending with, so we ended up balancing. So we ended with $705 left to be transferred over to the next budget, which is going to be, it's going to be 3 paycheck budgets. It's for the month of March. I remember doing this last year, and I'm going to do it again. So it's going to be for the February 19th paycheck budget. This $705 is a combination of checking account and cash. So it's going to be both. I'm going to put it on here. So $287 of it is cash, and then I believe $4.18 and 17 cents, or 18 and 17 cents makes up this amount on here that's going to be transferred over, and that's going to cover some of the things that we are transferring over to the next paycheck budget, except for the Roth. This is going down to, I believe, 150 that we're going to deposit initially, and then we're just going to save up more for it, or when my husband makes more overtime, we're going to try our best to max it out. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up for this budget closeout. Hopefully it was interesting, or you found it helpful. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.